Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Divinely Transformed, where healing is freedom, and it begins within. And together, we break the chains of karma, and we reclaim our power, and we rise into divine sovereignty. Your path to autonomy and freedom starts right here. Welcome or welcome back to the channel, whichever the case may be. I'm so glad you could be here with me today for a reading for Aries. You could have Aries anywhere in your chart for this to resonate. You could have Aries in one of your houses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12. If you don't know what I mean by that, I will have some basic astrology videos here very soon. But yeah, and you could also be dealing with someone who has significant Aries placements in their chart. Please remember that these readings won't resonate with everyone, that time is fluid and not linear, which means that if it does resonate, it'll be different for each individual person watching, past, present, or future energy, or a combination of any of them. And like I said, it's different for everyone, depending on who's watching. Please also remember that we all have masculine and feminine energies within us. And when I talk about that, I'm not talking about sex or gender. I am talking about feminine, which is receptivity and intuition, and masculine, which is inspired action. So, yeah. And just before I get started with the reading, please let me remind y'all that I do have daily content on TikTok. It is in the same format as my daily shorts, except that it's original content. So if you like my daily shorts and you want to see more of that content, the link is in the description box below for my TikTok platform. And thank you in advance for going to check that out. So without further ado, let's find out what the Holy Spirit wants us to know. For Aries, what are the most important messages for Aries and their cross watchers? Please and thank you, Holy Spirit. Most important messages for Aries and their cross watchers. So we've got a compromise here. Well, that might be something that may come a little bit difficult to an unhealed Aries, but let's see what this compromise is about. For some of y'all, you're going to know what this is right away. But let's find out if this is a good compromise or a bad compromise. What are the most important messages for Aries and the cross watchers? What is this compromise about? And is this compromise healthy? Or is it toxic? All right. The first card out the gate, we have the Six of Wands. This is all about success, public recognition, being recognized for anything. This could be in your personal or professional life. What's next? So we have the Five of Swords next. The Five of Swords is all about strategy. It's using information against others in a way that weaponizes information against people. This is like deceptive trickery. The wanting to win at all cost vibes, because, you know, this person's in their ego and they have something to prove here. It's getting a lot of enjoyment out of that. What else? So we got the Page of Swords reversed. So this is somebody who's not interested in pursuing the truth. The Page of Swords in the reverse is someone who distorts, twists, bends, manipulates, or otherwise obscures the truth. The Page of Swords in the reverse is not confident. They could be very insecure, and it's disguised with extreme arrogance in their intellectual knowledge and prowess. The Page of Swords in the reverse is someone who either they're not communicating at all, or they're not communicating in a way that is beneficial to others. Like, this is very selfish energy. This is like, I want attention and success and recognition, but this person isn't doing that in an honest way. They're using strategy, manipulation, deception, weaponizing emotions and thoughts and ideas, and they're hurting people. They could also be watching, stalking, spying, and observing, in uncomfortable ways that might be intrusive. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. This could be somebody at your workplace. This could be you. This could be how others perceive you. Maybe if it's in the workplace, and if this is how others are perceiving you, they're not perceiving you in a wholesome light. They're seeing you from their own distorted levels of truth, and the moral code and the way that they operate is distorted. So this could be someone in your workplace, a completely different energy, or this could be someone who is mistaking your energy for being strategic, manipulative, false, not true, arrogant. Please clarify the Six of Wands. So we have the Queen of Cups reversed. The Queen of Cups reversed is someone who does not act from their heart space. This is someone who has emotional wounds that they're triggered from. This is someone who is emotionally manipulative, someone who lacks compassion and empathy, and this is someone who just is the FAFO energy, and look how good I look doing it. Queen of Cups in reverse is someone who is harsh to others, especially concerning compassion and empathy, because they only have that for themselves. And this Queen of Cups reversed, Cancer's, Pisces, Scorpio energy, in the shadow energy, is this person wants success, public recognition, and honor. Please clarify the Five of Swords. Five of Swords gets the Hanged Man and the Upright. So the Hanged Man and the Upright is delayed events that require some type of a sacrifice or a changed mindset to see. So the Hanged Man is a pause, it's delay, it's waiting for the revelation. This really speaks as someone who this person's so unconscious that they're not even aware that their ways of interacting with others is strategic and hurtful and weaponizing information. So this person's unaware of this in themselves. They're so focused on this outward recognition and this acceptance, this the pick-me energy, that they're not fully conscious of their behaviors when it comes to manipulating and weaponizing information. But that still doesn't give anybody the excuse to operate in that mode with impunity. But it's going to take some time for this person to be able to see that in themselves, because they have to look within to do that. But this person's so outwardly focused, they're not looking internally. This is the call to look internally. This is resonating for you, Aries or cross watchers. Please clarify the Page of Swords reversed. So we've got the Two of Swords in the upright. This is all about being blind. Two cards of being unaware and blinded. They do not see their actions as wrong. They do not see their actions or their thoughts or their words as a lack of integrity. They just don't see it. They think that they're entitled to operate in this way, and they haven't even examined why. Very interesting. Please clarify the Eight of Pentacles. So we've got the Three of Wands. So clarifying Eight of Pentacles is the Three of Wands. Eight of Pentacles is all about self-mastery. This could be about just a reading about someone's employment. But the Eight of Pentacles is in the upright, which shows hard work and mastery. And the Three of Wands is in the upright, which is about strategic planning for the future, not strategically weaponizing information against someone. That is the healthiest way to project strategy, which is the strategic plans of what you want to do for your work, for your future. Three of Wands is about knowing who you are and picking the path for your employment. And you've invested in whatever this is, and now you're waiting for your manifestations to come in a state of calm and peace. This could be you in the not too distant future, Aries. You could be switching jobs. You could be switching jobs that are just more aligned with your path and with your spiritual belief system. But this also shows that there is hope, even though this other person here lacks empathy, unconditional love, because they're focused outward. They're blind to their own duality, and it's going to take them some time for them to see this. So the compromise, I guess, would be just to align yourself with what feels aligned with you when it comes to work, your time, your energy, your attention, your effort. That I guess is the main thing here. Because manipulating and controlling people and information, not being honest and ethical, those are issues in someone's personality that they need to look at, that they haven't looked at yet. But there is hope and growth for the future. But this person, this Queen of Cups reversed, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. They just feel like they don't understand how their behavior affects other people. And they don't understand how they treat people. Goes against and violates morality and ethics. And they don't get that. So they need the time to figure that out. And it looks like that through hard work and paying attention and making efforts to change one's behavior, that you could be looking at an upgraded version of yourself here. But it requires radical self-honesty, and it requires the ability to change by doing the hard work on yourself. So the compromise is, it's just easier to work on mastering yourself than it is to keep doing all of this chaotic, manipulative, projecting kind of stuff. Games, like, it's so unnecessary. And it's so unethical. And, if this person is diligent, they can very well work through this. And they can finally heal that part of themselves that is afraid to really love people from an unconditional spot. Queen of Cups in the reverse is basically someone who is afraid to give them their whole selves in love. And this person has replaced everything that comes good from intuition and emotion and emotional receptivity and nurturing and caring. They have taken that and they have suppressed all of that in order for recognition and that pick-me energy. Like, I'm looking at a reading of soul suppression and someone who is completely unaware that their soul is suppressed because they're so distracted with everybody else's acknowledgement, everyone else's recognition, everyone else's, great job, They're so focused on that and pursuing that they've lost sight of themselves. This is like someone who wants public recognition so much that they will weaponize information, distort manipulation, or distort facts, manipulate facts, information. They will do whatever it takes, and it's dishonest and it's unethical. And this is something that they've yet to see within themselves because they're too busy looking outwards at other people. So this could be you, Aries, this could be someone around you. If this reading makes any kind of sense, you will know who this person is. What are the main energies for the Aries reading and their cross watchers? Thank you. So we've got justice here. And justice in this case is for this person's eyes to be opened to the truth and the reality of themselves that they've not been looking at. And the next card is union and power. So, going from being able to see one's deception and unethical behavior in order to see that, to recognize it, and to work to change this behavior is an act of self-union and a dramatic act of true power. If you do the work, you will get great outcomes, but it all depends on how consistent you are with doing the work. How much you're regressing back to old patterns and old ways of being. How much you're giving yourself passes for hurting other people. If you're able to really hold yourself accountable and really understand that honesty and ethics, they must align in order for love and compassion to truly exist, to really come from a place of not operating in the shadow energy of water signs, the shadow energies of Pisces, coming away from the shadow energies of Cancer and the shadow energies of Scorpio. But this is really just aligning yourself with the true power of mastering yourself, working on yourself, and you will get unexpected results. But there is a compromise here. There is work to be done. There is time, there's effort, there's energy, and there's attention that must be given to this. And you can't let up on it until it becomes like a reflex. And that's when true alignment happens. Alignment with self and with others, and alignment with your opportunities that are strong and rooted in power and justice. So this is really about learning to step away from that old way of operating, that way that is not working for you. This energetic, this intellectual epiphany happens, and then true union with self and true power is obtained through self-mastery. I mean, it just happens, but it does take time. And you will see positive results. It'll be hard, but it'll be worth it. But let's make no mistake that receiving this clarity about oneself, this is not going to be information that comes to you and it's like, oh, okay, whatever. No, this is going to be life-altering, heavy-hitting, and mind-blowing for someone because they truly were unconscious and unaware of their manipulative, deceptive, and unethical behavior. This, maybe even stalking behavior, and this blurring of boundaries here. Like, this epiphany is going to hit somebody really, really hard. And it's going to hurt because this is not how you see yourself. Or this person does not see themselves as they truly are. And the day that they do, it's going to hurt them. And it is true power to take that hurt, use it as wisdom and as the strength that you need to never go back to repeat those behaviors and patterns ever again. That is true ascension, true self-mastery. And it is done through truth. And it is rooted from a place of power and internal sovereignty. And no one can take that away from you. But people can take away public recognition. And people can take away choosing you at any time. Because that is the illusion. It's not grounded in reality. It's rooted in fantasy. It's rooted in fear. And it's rooted in insecurity. So this is a reading here where someone does not see themselves clearly. They will. And if you really truly want to overcome all of these challenges, it's possible and it's here, but it's only through consistent work and effort to change those behavioral patterns. To learn how to be radically honest, transparent with feelings and thoughts. To finally say the things that you need whenever you're in a relationship with someone. Then you're finally in a position where you're comfortable to say, this is what I need from you in a relationship. If you can't work with that, then the relationship is not worth having or pursuing or being in. But this is truly about the possibility of evolvement. But it takes radical acceptance, radical honesty, radical self-honesty, and radical transparency, and taking accountability for this behavior once it's illuminated to you or this other person that they're operating in a duality that they were unaware of. Once they see that and they start changing those behaviors and patterns, that is true transmutative power and complete union with the self of the shadow energies and the light energies. It's integrating the shadow and bringing it out into the light, into the open, with honesty and transparency. And that's the only way out. And the way out is not through public recognition, being chosen for something. It is not in other people, because that's what's driving and reinforcing this behavior in the first place. So what is the final advice from Archangel Michael to close out this reading for Aries and their cross watchers? Go forward fearlessly. So once this epiphany happens, and there is going to create a lot of fear, right? Because any water sign in the reverse, they're acting from fear and not from love or compassion. Everything in you or this person is going to say, I can't do this. But yes, you can. Just go forward fearlessly. The prayer is, thank you for walking with me every step of the way, for holding my hand, giving me confidence and courage, and guiding my thoughts and actions in the direction of love and my true life's purpose. So there's going to be a little bit of nervousness and trepidation about truly moving forward fearlessly. to become the best version of yourself that you could possibly be, Aries or Cross Watcher. No one can take what you've earned away from you. And evolving your soul is what we're here to do, to learn and to earn. So that is what I have for y'all. If this reading resonated with you, if it taught you anything, if it inspired you, let me know what you think. Let me know, what this is referring to in your life. Let me know if you're on the path to ascension. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. And if you want to check out my TikTok, the information's in the description box below, where you can find more daily content just like my daily shorts here on YouTube. But there's original content on TikTok, so it's just more of the same format and more lessons. So thank y'all for supporting all of my platforms and all the ways that y'all do. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Thanks.